Great day, great day, great day. It's Coach Kevin Gibbs with the Greatness Academy, the fastest growing basketball academy in Raleigh, North Carolina. And today we're going to talk about something that's very extremely important. Why is it important? Why is it extremely important to set your child up for basketball success with consistent long-term training, right? Consistent long-term training, right? Commitment, consistency, is very important, right? And so right here we have people, which is your child, the coaches, you, the politics is very political. It's not what you know, it's who you know. The power, the power and the politics go together. We're talking about basketball politics, right? And that could easily stunt your child's potential, right? The people that's involved, the coaches, the parents, the players, the politics, the schools, the AAU organizations, the rankings, all of this stuff, the power, people buying their way into success, people paying for success, people putting their child ahead of your child, all type of things going on, right? And all of this will stunt your child's potential. But we're going to show you how you could navigate this and set your child up for basketball success with long-term training. So you don't have to jump from team to 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 organization to organization to organization. Just think about that. Let's put that in a relationship. If you keep jumping from relationship to relationship to relationship to relationship to relationship to relationship, then you're not going to understand your value. You're going to be confused. You're going to be used, misused, and abused, right? And that's what we're seeing in the youth basketball. And so we're going to show you how to navigate that, right? And so we got phase one, 5 phases. Phase one is from 0 to 7 years old, right? Right. And so basically, that's when your child should be learning motor skills and athletic skills, right? Learning their body, learning how to move, getting their cognitive, their brain function, learning how to listen, take advice, seeing, just having fun and all that stuff like that, right? We're not really too much concerned about that, but that is important too, because the quicker you get a jump start, is the more repetition and the more your child could be ready, prepared. But this is a phase that I see a lot of, right? The phase two, that's the 3rd to 6th grade. Usually you'll play I-9. Then from I-9, you might go to rec. Then from rec, you might want to play AAU or competitive basketball, right? And so this is extremely important. So say you play I-9 one year, 3rd grade. 4th grade, you come back, play rec. Now 5th and 6th grade, you're trying to play AAU competitive basketball. That could be a very good development, right? You do good in I-9, you dominate there. That's not really competitive at all, but it's good learning, get you experience. Then you go to rec. It's a little bit more competitive, right? There's a lot of great rec players, right? But then you go to AAU, which is way more competitive basketball, playing against people from all over the country, all over the world, all over the city, all over the state. So now this is where you really want to be, but you got to take your time and you got to basically train. That's why the long-term consistent training. If you were training for 3 years, right? Look how much skills, ball handling, shooting, rebounding, learning how to play in the game, learning how to coach in the game, being in shape. This is all the stuff you're supposed to learn in phase two, right? Even if you played AAU in 3rd to 6th, look how far ahead that you would be of all the rest of the players, because the goal is to get to phase 3, right? And this is where a lot of politics come into play, right? Middle school basketball, right? You want to play AAU competitive in middle school. That way you're playing year round. Maybe you play other sports or whatever. But so through the 6th to 8th grade, this is where it gets political and the power stunts your potential. Because in the 6th to 8th grade, say, for example, your child doesn't make the team, right? They didn't prepare, right? They didn't prepare. in phase 2 the right way. They didn't play I-9, or they just stayed in I-9. They didn't go to rec, or they just played rec. They never went to AAU competitive basketball. They never did long-term consistent training. They just played in their garage. They just shot outside. But now they're in school around their peers, and it's a lot of pressure. And so now they say, I want to play. But this is where it hurts, because if you haven't had consistent long-term training, then it's only a certain amount of spots in your school, 10 to 12 spots. The bigger your school, the less your chances, right? And so this is where it gets dicey, because say, for example, you don't make it in the 7th grade. Here, they don't let you play into the 7th grade, right? You only be a manager in the 6th grade. This is in Raleigh, Wake County. So basically, say, for example, you don't make the team in the 7th grade, right? And then you don't do long-term consistent training. Haven't been training. You're not getting better, right? You might go back down and play rec. Then what you think is going to happen in the 8th grade year? The same players are going to come back for the 7th grade year, and only the more superior players that haven't played in the 7th grade, kids coming from out of state, different places, are going to play on the 8th grade team, right? So your spot there, coaches kind of know what you could do. If you haven't been getting better, then you're not going to get that spot. Your child's not going to get that spot. This is where we start the power and the potential, right? And so basically now, 7th and 8th grade, your whole middle school, your child doesn't play. They're casted out, right? Their confidence and their dreams are starting to get low, right? But let me tell you how worse it could get. They go into phase 4, right? And then what you think those same kids that played in 7th, 8th grade going to do? They're going to move up to JV, right? And now it's going to get even harder, because now you got the kids that usually go to the same school district. They're going to go into the high school district, but then you're going to add more superior players that come in from other districts, and they're automatically going to jump ahead of you and get put on the team. So now, basically, your potential is getting low, because now basically your chances of maybe a lot of kids' dream is to play varsity ball, or maybe potentially college ball, right? That's what I hear. D1. That's less than 3%. Less than 3% that plays college ball, right? And so their potential, their dreams is kind of going to get shattered. If you haven't made the team in 9th and 10th grade, you could still do it, but it's getting low, very, very low. And your chances of making the varsity, being a star on varsity, maybe you're not going to be the 3%, maybe you just want to be a star in varsity, is going to be extremely low. That's why it's very important that in phase 2, that you prepare yourself. This is what our junior prep academy is for. We're preparing you for middle school basketball, because those that make the middle school basketball team have a higher chance of continuing their success and playing JV, varsity, and being part of that 3%, right? And so basically, if you don't make the team and you're not doing long-term consistent basketball training, then your chances are getting extremely low. Yeah, you might play AAU basketball, but everyone could play AAU basketball. It's not a great indicator of college, because you could still play AAU and your grades is not right. Right? You could just jump on the team and pay, right? There's not a lot of, requirements for that. And so that's very important that in phase 2, that you get your child long-term consistent training, a plan, a coach, right? So you don't have to jump around. Remember the relationships? You don't have to jump around, and that you could be consistent, stable, confident, with a strong mentality, right? Now let's go to the other hand. Now your kid gets a jump start. They played I-9, they played rec, they play AAU basketball, they're doing long-term consistent basketball training. And so then they make the team in the 7th grade. Maybe they didn't get a lot of playing time, right? But then guess what? They could come back to 8th grade year. They got a lot better. They got a lot more experience under their belt. So they'll probably be a starter. They might be a star on the middle school level. They're feeling good. They're popular. All the kids know their name. All the teachers know their name. They feel confident about themselves. They got the grades. And then guess what's going to happen? Phase 4. They make the 9th grade team because they were a star. Everyone know them, and they played on the team. So 9th and 10th grade, they got a leg up on you. And they play JV. And in the worst case scenario, they'll be a varsity star player for 2 years. And then go on to college. They might not be part of the college, because it's less than 3%. If they want to, they have a chance. There's a lot of colleges out there, right? We also help you with the 97%. That's who we focus on, the 97% that don't make it, right? We help, right? And so basically, that's why it's extremely important, right, that you get a leg up in this 3rd to 6th grade to give your child a chance to play middle school basketball so they could play JV, so they could play varsity, so they could make their dreams come true. And then hopefully they could be pro, right? That's less than, right? That's less than 1%, right? But hey, you never know. We want you to be part of that 1%. We want you to be part of that 3%. But it starts in phase 2. You could get away with phase 1, but phase 2 is that, right? For the most exceptional players, they could jump to phase 4, right? But that's not going to be for everyone, right? You can't bank on that. It's just like going to college. You want to get a leg up, right? And so basically, if you found this video educational, enlightening in any way, shape, form, or fashion, please like, share, subscribe. If you want to help your child get a leg up so they could go from phase to phase to phase and be successful, get popular, get on a team, feel confident about their abilities, then text 984-409-9021. Text that number. Don't call it, text it. Text it, right? Text. And I'm Coach Kevin, right, with the Greatness Academy. Boom. And so we want to help you get a leg up. We want to help you navigate the politics and the power so your child can reach their potential, right? Once again, I'm Coach Kevin Gibbs. If you want to get a leg up and get consistent long-term basketball training, and you're located in North Carolina, Raleigh, North Carolina area, Wake County area, then text 984-409-9021. And we could set you up and get you started so that you could reach your goal, help your child reach their goal of becoming a basketball star. Thank you.